basketball fans, and welcome to tonight's live stream of the Linden Christian Lynx versus the Lakewood Cougars in varsity boys basketball. We've got about 4 minutes to go in the warm-ups, and looks like we're targeted to get started right at 7:15. Because of the band music and copyright violations and all that, we are going to stay without audio until the starting lineups. But thanks for joining us tonight. We are looking forward to an exciting basketball contest. Let's go to the PA now for the starting lineups.
Men are hosting the Linwood Christian Lynx in a basketball matchup tonight. We're going to kick things off with the introduction of tonight's starting lineups in alternating order. Starting over in Linden, at guard, 6'1" senior, number 2, Dawson Bauma. And for your Cougars, 6'3" senior, number 1, Zach Stoddard. Also guard for the Lynx, standing at 6 feet, junior, number 13, Gannon Dykstra. And for Lakewood at 5'10", senior, number 2, Ben Rucker. At forward for Linden, standing at 6'3", junior, number 21, Oak Howell. And for Lakewood, 5'10", junior, number 4, Nash Espy. At forward for the Lynx at 6'5", senior, number 35, Jeremiah Wright. And for Lakewood, 5'10", junior, number 11, Evan Stacy. To round things out for Linden, 6'4", senior, number 40, Kaden Stike. The Lynx are led by head coach Chip Dyson, assisted by Grant Reverend, Cody Branson, and Ryan Sipper. And for Lakewood, 6'2", sophomore, number 23, Caleb Greenwood. Lakewood's led by head coach Anthony Whitaker, Kirk McGaffrey, Tony Whitaker, assisted by Preston Cruz, TJ Rice, and Adam Durden. Our officials this evening are Eric Evelyn, Jeff Weatherby, and Cody Klein. They are registered with the WIAA. Please pay them the respect they deserve. Keep all comments positive and respectful. Now, folks, go ahead and rise to your hats. We got the national anthem from our Lakewood Cougar Band.
Well, those are the starting lineups. National anthem by the Cougar Band, and now let's play basketball. Cougars will start their regular 5 that we have seen all year long. Stoddard, Rucker, Espy, Greenland, and Stacy. They will be playing a much taller lineup of Caden Steet, who's a 6'4", and he looks easily to be 210, 215 pound senior, along with 6'5" Jeremiah Wright, who's jumping center, who is not only big in stature, but is broad as well. Rolling out the starting lineup for the Lynx are Bauma, Dykstra, Gannon Dykstra there with the ball, hands it to Bauma, and number 21 is Oak Howell. 2-3 zone featured by the Cougars, and a turnover right away by Steet. Tried to get the ball in the high post area to Dykstra, but it went off his feet, a little too hard, kind of off his feet, off his shins, and out of bounds. So Cougars' first possession, just underway, no score. The Lynx are going to feature a 3-2 zone. They've got Steet and Wright underneath, and there's Steet with the rebound on the missed jump shot. Howell jumps it inside, and that's a nice drop step by Jeremiah Wright, and he finishes, giving the Lynx an early 2-0 lead. Cougars have had good luck with Stacy at the high post this year, and attacking the zone, and there they go to him right away, and he takes the ball right at the much larger right, and he's able to score a lay-in. Quickly back to the Lynx. That's Bauma, who misses everything. On the floor is Howell securing it. No reset on the shot clock. Dykstra to Bauman, tipped by Steet, not there. Finally, Stacy comes away with it. Wright gets his hands on it, knocks away to Stoddard, challenges the rim, and he hits the little floater. Zach Stoddard on the scoreboard tonight with his first basket. And the Cougars lead 4-2. Ooh, Howell gets away with the travel. Bauma penetrates, tries to slide it underneath, gets it all the way through. Greenland with the contest, Stoddard with the rebound, and Steet with the foul. Nice little back cut there by Wright. The ball somehow slid by, even though Greenland was playing very good defense. But the Cougars are able to get the turnover. Very physical out front. Both teams are being allowed to put their hands on people. Rucker to penetrate. Stoddard looking to penetrate. Kicks it out to Stacy. He's going to penetrate. And he pops it up over Wright, but rebound by Steet. Back rims it. Here it comes on the run. Dykstra thought about it, penetrated, nothing there. Gets it to Howell, opposite corner. Another bad miss by Howell. Greenland with the rebound on the dribble drives. Turns around, thinks better of it, spins out, goes again, gets pushed by Dykstra. Again, referees allowing a lot of hand checking early on. Should have been a foul there, in my opinion, on Bauma. But Stacy and Espy do that a lot too, so they're going to let it go. They're going to let it go. Drop step. Stoddard tried to draw a charge, couldn't get it. Espy flying to the basket, out of control. No whistle, no joy. Wright with the rebound. He penetrates, knocked away by Stacy. Rucker coming the other way, looking ahead to Espy. Beautiful pass to the cutting Stacy. Decides to throw it out from the trees. Hits a trailing Stoddard for three. Great decision by Evan Stacy, who got in between the 6'4" and the 6'5" Linden post players, and at 5'10", wisely hit the trailing Stoddard, who hits a three. Cougs now lead by 3. It's 7-4. That's got to be a charge. Oh my! Bauma hits a step through, may have traveled, runs into Stoddard. They're going to call him for the foul. So Bauma's going to go to the line for 2 shots. He makes the first. Espy out, Irvin in. And the second shot is missed. Ball goes through Wright's legs, but it goes right out to Bauma. Gets it inside to Wright, and he's fouled. Entry pass to Wright, and Stoddard gets his second foul. So that's a big foul on the Cougars. Stoddard, one of their better scorers and their biggest player, now has 2. Knocked away from Bauma into the hands of a Cougar. Wright knocks it away, and it's out of bounds, Cougar ball. Cougars lead 7-5, 4:15 to go here in the first quarter. Stacy takes Wright to the basket, kicks to Greenland, kicks to Stoddard. He goes to the basket, stops, pops, and drops. Stoddard pushes the Cougars lead back to 4. Nice little drive, didn't over-penetrate, stopped and hit the little 6-footer. Dykstra with nowhere to go decides to turn around and shoot a 3, and he nails it from the top of the key. 9-8. Rucker looks to go, jousted away, kicks to Stacy, looks inside for Irvin, and it's off a Link defender, out of bounds. It'll be Cougar ball. Into the game now for the Lynx, Luke Van Kooten and Caden Veldman. Anthony Wiedeker wants to call a timeout. 3:33 to go in the first quarter, and it is 9-8 Cougars. It'll be Cougar ball on the sideline coming in with the 1-point lead. Linden now back into that 3-2 zone off the timeout. Jody Isham into the game for the Cougars. There he is at the high post, kicks it out to Rucker, hits a three from the corner. It's a good sign for the Cougar. They're going to need Rutgers outside shooting tonight. And making his first one will fill that young man with some confidence. Into the high post area is Bausman with the jump shot off the rim. Cougars in transition. Greenland trailing for three. And Caleb Greenland hits the three. Cougars now lead by 7 at 15-8. Rucker pokes that away, secured by Greenland. Not troubled by the double team. Gets it to Stacy. Oh, looks in deep and finds a posted up Irvin, and he reverses it up and lays it in. Cougars on a 9-0 run since that timeout. Lead 17-8, and that's a timeout for Tim Zylstra and the Linden Christian Lynx. And they want a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 25. 17-8 Cougars, 2:30 to go. That last assist from Stacy was a beautiful pass high-low to Isham, and Isham, listed at 5'10", was able to reverse it up over the taller Lynx defenders. So far, those Lynx defenders have not caused a lot of trouble. Looking high-low that time was Veldman, stolen away by Stacy, and he finds Irvin underneath, and that ball is blocked away by Wright. That time Irvin, if he had given a little pump fake, Wright would have jumped out of position. He could have taken it to the basket, laid it in, maybe gotten a foul. Greenland tries to step through, leaves it short, Wright with the rebound. Talma takes it to the basket, misses it. Bauma takes it to the basket, misses everything. Cougars with the rebound, and Caden Veldman with the foul. Caden Stite coming back into the game now as Caden Veldman will sit down. Stacy to Irvin for three. Aisha battling in there, knocks it away, kicks to Greenland, and Greenland makes the three. Cougars now on an 11-0 run. Bauma again tries the free throw line jump shot. He's able to make it, stopping that run, cutting the Cougar lead to 10 with 1:25 to go. Rucker to the basket, floats one up, misses it, rebound by Isham. A lot of contact, no call. I think that would have been a bailout. I think it was a good no call. Wright posts up on Stacy and puts it in. Isham really didn't have a clean shot at it. He just threw his body up there looking for contact and hoping to draw a foul. I like a good no call by the official. Rutgers 3 is off, tried to be saved by Irvin. And now Bauma comes out, shoots an early 3. Misses everything. Irvin on the way back. Finds Rucker in the corner. 33 seconds to go in the quarter, 17 on the shot clock. Cougars lead by 8. That's a 3 from Isham. And it's off the mark, right with the rebound. 20 seconds to go, shot clock is off. Dykstra being harassed by Rucker. Pops out to Wright for a 3. Out of bounds for the Cougars. I can't believe that's the shot that Tim Zylstra wanted. But good defensive pressure by Rucker. Stacy got some changes. Espy's in, Stacy will stay, Rucker will sit. And into the game for the first time is Quentin Steen. 4.2 seconds to go. Stacy to Steen in the corner, shoots a 3, it's an air ball. So 1 quarter in the books. Cougars on the strength of an 11-0 run right at the end of the first quarter from the 3:30 mark to about the 1:25 mark. Lead 20-12. 60 seconds between quarters. We'll be back in 55 with the second half, second quarter run. Cougars will inbound it to start the second quarter. And Stacy's back in. This is the same lineup that ended the quarter. Steen, Stacy, Isham, Greenland, and Espy. Steen shoots the 3 off the mark. Espy's in there fighting for it, but it's rebounded and taken away from him. And rebound by Bosma, stripped down low by Stacy, and a foul. So into the game is Trey Bosman, the lefty, number 33, who missed that 3. He got the rebound, then he missed the 3. Stacy, who's always got active hands, working down low. The offensive rebound, the player brought the ball down, and Stacy was able to slap it away from him before he was able to get up with the shot. And it resulted in a foul on Linden on the aforementioned Bosman. Stacy dribbled himself into trouble, gave it up, and he got it to Wright. Wright lays it up and in. Caden Stite with the assist. Espy dribbles himself into trouble, is able to get out. Now Greenland dribbles himself into a double team. Kicks it to Stacy. It's off the mark. Rebound by Steen. And Linden's running. Looks like they're a little more comfortable right now. Stacy fronting. That goes cross court to Bosman. Now to Steen on the wing. Dykstra with the 3, and Dykstra gets the step back 3. That cuts the Cougar lead to 3 at 20-17. Steen tries to slip a one-handed pass off the dribble to Stacy, and it's knocked away. He would have been much better off to just jump stop and shoot the little jumper. Bauma takes it to the basket, leaves it short, gets it to Steve, goes to the basket, into the trees, kicks it to Espy for three, off the rim. Stacy with the rebound, back to Espy, shoots another three, and that's off the rim. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cougars still holding on to their three-point lead. And that's Steen with the steal. Hits it to Greenland, to Espy underneath, misses the lay-in. Greenland follows it up, lays it up and in. Anthony Wiedeker has some reinforcements on the bench. Stoddard, Irvin, and Rucker calls timeout to get those subs in. And that's a 30-second timeout. 5:42 to go in the half. 22-17 Cougars. Linden ball. Lakewood back in their 2-3 zone. Ruckers, Stacy, Greenland, Stoddard, and Irvin. O'Cowell back in for the Lynx. Dykstra down low to right. That's going to be a foul on the floor on Irvin. First foul of the quarter on the Cougars. First foul on Irvin. Inside to right, looks to take Stoddard. Just goes right through him and lays it in. Stoddard hit to the ground, trying to draw a charge. He would have been better off just holding his ground and making that shot a little more difficult. Greenland kicks to the corner to Irvin. He's going to penetrate. That's Stoddard. Stoddard puts it up. Howell with the block. Right with the rebound. Dykstra looks to penetrate. Leaves it off the front rim. Rucker with the rebound. And there's going to be a foul inside. And that's going to be on Caden Stite. That's Caden Stite's second foul. Brody Bauman now into the game for the Lynx, as Stite will take a seat. Stite will take a seat with two fouls. Rucker for three, and Rucker hits it. So Rucker kind of feeling it as he bounces back down floor on defense, puts the Cougars lead out to 6 points at 25-19. Pass high-low to Howell. Stoddard holds his spot. This time he goes down and he gets the foul. So offensive foul on Howell. Right out of the game. Dawson Bauman back in. And Linden coming out now, man-to-man defense. Rucker with the heat check, that's short. Rebound by Bauma. Dykstra with the penetration, slides it to Bossman. Misses. Irvin with the rebound, 3:52 to go in the quarter. Stacy looks for a cutting Stoddard, and he takes Bauman to the basket. No call. Looks like he may have lost it on the way up. Bauma drops to Bauman to Boma. So we've got Bauman, Bossman, and Boma on the floor at the same time. Stolen away by Howell, but Howell runs through Irvin, and it's a charge. Howell's second personal. That's going to be 14th foul. One more foul. Cougars going to be shooting the bonus, which could really help them offensively. Cougars lead by 4, 25-21, 3:15 to go. Rucker with the spin, blocked by Dykstra. Stacy now goes to the basket, falls down. Rucker from way deep, off the mark. Not sure that's the shot that Anthony Wiedeker wants. Howell with the rebound. Dykstra kicks to Howell, he penetrates, and then he kicks to the corner to Bauman, to Bowman lets Stacy fly by, and Conley drills a three. So Linden back to within one at 25-24, 2:40 to go. Stoddard for three from the corner, and he drills it. Cougars go back up by 4. Dykstra looking to take Rucker. Pulls up from the free throw line, off the mark. Rebound by Bossman. Goes cross court. Stacy gets a hand on it, but not enough to redirect it towards his goal, but just out of bounds. Right now in for Bossman. And 22, Luke Van Kooten is in for Veltman. Going to go 2-1-2 now, attacking with Bossman at the free throw line. Stacy gets his hand on it and knocks it out of bounds. Evan Stacy one more time with those active hands, gets a deflection. Isom in for Irvin. .145 to go, Cougs by 3. Greenland has the ball knocked away from him. Gives it to Isom, finds Stoddard on the weak side wing. Ball rolls out. Bowman with the rebound. They find right underneath, and he lays it up and in. It's going to be timeout, Anthony Wiedeker. I guess Anthony Wiedeker didn't want that timeout. Irvin back for Stoddard, not going to let him pick up his third foul in the last minute 21. Cougars with the 2-point lead. Rucker from 16 feet, and he drains that. Mid-range, rare mid-range jump shot from Ben Rucker gives the Cougars a 4-point lead. Looking high-low, there's Evan Stacy with the quick hands again with the steal to Rucker. Rucker with a little stop and go, takes it to the basket, laid it in. Brady Bauman thought he had an easy pass high-low to right behind Stacy. Stacy just reached up and snatched it out of the air. Got the Cougars going in transition. Dykstra with a jump shot. And he puts that in. Cougars lead by 4, 32-28. 20 seconds left to go, and that's over and back. Just a bad decision there. And now instead of the Cougars playing for the last shot with 19 seconds to go, Linden has a chance to play for the last shot. They've reset the clock to 21 seconds. Dykstra getting a screen up top, and he's going to get a 3, and they're going to call Bauman for an illegal screen. He just wiped out the Cougar defenders, and so the Cougars will get the last shot. Even though that's the 15th foul, it's an offensive illegal screen foul. You don't shoot free throws on that. O'Cal in for Luke Van Kooten, and Trey Bossman in for Bauman. 8.9 seconds to go in the half. Cougars by 4. They will get a chance for the last shot here. Greenland off the screen, shoots and scores. Caleb Greenland off this double screen, hits the G to put the Cougars ahead by 7 at the buzzer. Linden Christian doesn't know what hit them in this half with the Cougars hot shooting and good quick hands on defense. 10 minutes to go till the second half. Cougars lead by 7. We'll be back in 9. Well, we are back for the second half run. Cougars lead by 7, 35-28, off that big three by Caleb Greenland to end the half. Cougars will start with their original starting lineup: Espy, Stacy, Rucker, Stoddard, and Greenland. Cougars were able to massage Stoddard through the whole rest of the first half, picked up those 2 fouls early. Now he's just got 2 fouls left, and that's going to be a foul on Rucker on the back of Wright, cutting to the basket.
We got a foul number 2, Ben Rucker. That's his first personal foul, first team foul. At the line, number 35, Jeremiah Wright.
Jeremiah Wright to shoot 2. He's joined by Caden Steet, Oak Howell, Gannon Dykstra, and Dawson Bauma as the rest of the starting lineup for the Lynx returns. Second shot is up and short, knocked out of bounds off Steet, and so Wright splits the pair, and Cougars, with 7:52 to go in the third quarter, get their first possession. Back cut by Espy, great pass by Stacy, as the Lynx came out with some very aggressive man-to-man defense. They just got beat back door and there was no help. Steet looking high-low to Wright. Dykstra for 3, and he drills it. That's not someone you want to leave open. Gannon Dykstra's been a good shooter so far tonight. Espy dribbles himself into trouble. Greenland helps him out. Stoddard now goes to the basket. Flips it out to Espy. Slips into a 10-footer off the back rim. Steet with the rebound. Linden on the run. Dykstra with it in the front court. Gets to Bauma in the corner. Dykstra on the dribble drive, hits a cutting Oak, and he lays it in. Oak Howell with the lay-in. It's now a 3-point game. Rucker over penetrates. Kicks it out. Now Greenland gets to the basket. His shot is blocked by Howell, but we have a foul, and it will be 2 shots for Caleb Greenland.
That's his third personal foul, first team foul for the Lynx. At the line for Lakewood, looking for team number 23, Caleb Greenland.
First shot is up and back rims for Greenland. Into the game for Howell is number 0, and that's Dawson Heinz, according to the announcer. He says number 1 in the program, so we'll go with the PA announcer. Call that Heinz, and Greenland makes the second. Cougars back by 4. Cougars used a 10-0 run to take a 20-10 lead.
Defensive foul number 2, Ben Rucker.
Foul on Rucker. Second team foul on the Cougars. Ball to the high post to Wright, turns and floats one in from 12 feet. Cougars lead down to 2. Stacy with it, looks to take Wright, finds a cutting Greenland, knocked away by Bauma to Wright. Wright just takes it, goes right through Rucker, lays it up, and they're going to give him 2 shots. Rucker tried to foul him on the floor, so Wright's going to go to the line with a chance to tie. They're going to call that foul on Stacy. Not even sure he was in the play. And that first shot is up and in. Cougars timeout, full timeout. 60 seconds on the clock. We'll be back in 55, 6:09 left to go in the third quarter. Cougars leading 38-37 with right on the line to tie the score. Right to the line, shooting one to tie it. Espy's out of the game now as Josh Irvin is back in for the Cougars. No changes for the Lynx. Second one is up and it's good, and we're all tied up at 38-38. First time we've been tied since early in the first quarter. Greenland tries to dribble it by Bauma. He's able to secure it. Bauma goes to the basket, powers through Greenland, misses the lay, and Greenland with the rebound. Good defense by Caleb Greenland to just stand his ground. Stoddard for three, had a little stutter step, left and short, didn't quite get his feet underneath him completely. Ball goes out of bounds for the Lynx. Right, hit Hines for three. Dawson Hines hits his first shot, giving the Lynx a 3-point lead, 41-38. Stacy to answer, and he does. Evan Stacy. Wright won't come out and guard him because Stacy will go right by him, and Stacy takes advantage and ties this game up. Again, free throw line jump shot for Wright, and again, nothing but the bottom of the net. Rucker from deep, and it rattles out. Lynx Dykstra on the run. Stacy again with the quick hands, knocks it away from Dykstra. And this is to Bauma. Bauma back rims a three, and Stacy knocks it away, but right to a Lynx. Stacy gets his hand on another ball. 10 on the shot clock. Bauma to the free throw line, hits the front rim, the back rim, and puts it in. And now that looks like that's going to be a dead ball foul on Wright, as Stoddard and Wright were fighting for position. That's Wright's first personal foul. He's been very physical tonight, but this whole game has been physical. And not a lot of fouls called. Stoddard to the basket, and Stite fouls him. It's going to be on the ground. Into Stoddard. And Greenland hits the three.
Do not touch the table. Do not touch the table. Here, don't touch the table.
Bauma from the elbow, and he puts it in. So Linden Christian found their shooting shoes at halftime, made a lot of perimeter jump shots. Stacy for three, and he puts it in. Wright won't come out and guard him. That could be a huge difference in this game. If Wright comes out, Stacy has done the blow-by. Wright stood and watched him, and twice Stacy's put it right in his eye. Tied up at 47, 3 minutes to go. Cross-court pass to Stite, picked off by Greenland. Greenland goes to the basket, gets strong on 2 feet, goes up and puts it in over Dykstra. Good job of going off 2 feet, wouldn't draw a charge, got his feet underneath him for his power and lays it in. Cougars up by 2. Dykstra from deep for three, front rims, and again, Wright being boxed out by Irvin, throws him to the ground, and gets called for the foul. Caden Stite coming out of the game. Trey Bozeman into the game. Jordan Isom into the game. Josh Irvin will sit down. Stacy with the blow by, dishes to Stoddard. Oh, too strong. But Stacy, with his quick hands, knocks it away, but he's called for a foul. Evan Stacy, we've seen numerous times this year on that same play, on a rebound, sneaking in behind, knocking the ball away. Very rarely is he called for a foul, but this time he is. Bauma into the key, takes Rucker to the basket, lays it in. Puts the jump shot in. Tied up at 49. Rucker going to dribble till he finds a shot, finally kicks it. That's Isham, not there. Hines out, rebounds. Stacy, Rucker with the shoulder, no call. Now Bauma into the key, steps through, and there's going to be a blocking foul. A lot of contact being let go by these officials, but it seems like they're only going to call a foul if it affects the shot or knocks someone to the ground. Greenland with the foul. That's the 15th foul on the Cougars. So the last 1:53, the Lynx will be shooting the bonus. Next foul on the Lynx, the Cougars will be shooting bonus. Tied at 49. Bauma misses the first. And he misses the second, but Wright gets the rebound. He misses the lay-in. Stoddard with the rebound. Not going to miss too many of those shots, I don't think Wright is. He's been very good shooting facing the basket. Stacy looking to take him. Gets it to Stoddard in the corner. Now Rucker looks to go. Ten on the shot clock. Stacy looks to take her to the basket. Isham in the corner, gets to the 8-foot mark, stops, pops, and drops. Jordan Isham gives the Cougars the lead with 1:20 to go in the quarter. Stacy again with his hand on the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Another one-handed pass off the dribble by Dykstra. Stacy gets his hand on it. It goes off the hands of a Link and out of bounds. Cougar ball leading by 2. Stacy for 3. This time he misses. Stoddard with the rebound. Oh, and he's going to be called over the back. Stoddard goes over the back of Bossman. And that's going to be shooting 2 shots for the 6'2 junior. Oh, they're going to put Dykstra on the line. No, yeah, Dykstra's yes. And they've corrected it now. Dykstra went to the line that he wanted to shoot. That indicates to me that they don't think Bossman's a very good free throw shooter. So the lefty on the line for 2, and he leaves the first one short. Steen in for Rucker. Second one is up off the front rim. Wright was there. Greenland knocks it off of Wright's hands out of bounds. It'll be the Lynx ball, trailing by 2 with 1:01 to go in the quarter. Ball comes into Bauman. Gets it to Dykstra in the corner for 3. Short. Bauman with the rebound. They're going to call him for a travel. As he hopped and skipped his way to find a better shot position. Stacy with the ball, 44 seconds to go, 21 on the shot clock. Greenland pulls up for 3, it's short off the front rim, out of bounds. And with 33 seconds to go in the quarter, it'll be Linden Christian ball. Bauma in the front court, get to Hines, and Hines makes his second 3, and it gives the Lynx the lead. 52-51, 19 seconds to go. Cougars to play for the last shot maybe here. They haven't been very good at that. They usually take a shot right about now, but this time they are going to play under 10. Greenland pass is deflected away to Stacy Stoddard from deep, and he drills it! Zach Stoddard from 23 feet beats the buzzer! Cougars get a 3, and they lead 54-52. That didn't look like much was happening for the Cougs. When Greenland's pass to Stacy was deflected, Stoddard found an opening, did not get covered, and he drilled the 3. We've got 8 minutes to go, and I promise you, this is going to be a wild fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. 54-52, Cougars lead by 2. Stoddard hits the 3 to end the quarter. Cougars get the ball here and can expand on their 2-point lead. Stacy, Isham, Rucker, Stoddard, and Greenland. Rucker gets tangled up with Dykstra. They're going to call a foul on Dykstra on the floor. Ball comes to Stoddard, hands to Rucker. Isham on the back cut was open, so is Stacy on the roll. Instead, Greenland's going to take it, double clutched in the air, and he was fouled. That's foul on Dykstra. He played the first 3 quarters without a foul, and now in the first 21 seconds has picked up 2, and that will send Greenland to the line for 2 shots. First one is up, and it's good. Second shot is up, but it's good. Cougars by 4. Stacy now picking up some full court pressure on Dykstra. Ball comes to Hines, and he is now 3 for 3 on 3-pointers. Didn't take a shot in the first half, and now is 3 for 3 in the second half. Rucker with a wild spinning helicopter shot, nothing there. And now Bauma takes it to the basket, and he is called for the charge. That's Bauma's first personal foul. Stoddard with it on the wing. He's double teamed. Isham tries to get it down low to Stacy. Knocked away. No one gets back on defense. Dykstra misses the land, but Wright's there with the follow. Lynx by 1. Rucker tries a quick 3 off the mark. Lynx by 1, 57-56, and have possession of the ball. Looking high-low from Steve to right. Instead, go the wing to Heinz. 10 on the shot clock. In deep to right, spins, and Isham's in there with the foul. Very clearly, Isham reached in on Wright. And Wright's going to go to the line for 2. First shot is up and it's good. Irvin and Espy in for Isham and Rucker. Second shot is up and it's good, and Linden expands their lead to 3 points. Linden Christian. Greenland shoots to tie, rattles out, Steep with the rebound. Look down low, misses the lay-in, Stoddard with the rebound, and he's off to the races. Finds Irvin on the wing, but it's knocked out of bounds by Dykstra. The Linden Christian fans went over the back, not understanding the rule that on an inbounds pass you can land on the half line. Greenland for 3, and he drills it. Caleb Greenland calmly sinks the 3, ties the score up at 59. 5:30 to go. Bauman with the drive, gets to the elbow, puts another one in. Dawson Bauman's living at the elbow. He's had some good luck there tonight, especially in the second half. Greenland with the penetration, gets to Stacy on the wing. Stacy for 3. Evan Stacy gives the Cougars the lead, 62-61. Wright cannot guard him. 4:49 to go. Heinz inside the 3-point line, and he hits another shot. Back cut for Isom. Espy throws it out of bounds. A little too ambitious. And now Rutgers out in for Espy. 4:38 to go. Linden Christian leads 63-62. Bauman, 15-footer, misses it right with the rebound, turns it up and lays it in. Greenland looks to go, dribbles it. Bauman recovers it, gets it ahead to Dykstra and lays it in. Linden Christian now up by 5 at the 4-minute mark. Greenland, a lot of contact, falls down, loses the ball. Bauman has it, takes Rucker and lays it in. 7-point lead. Stoddard looks to take Steep, kicks it to Stacy for 3. And that's up and over. And we have a foul going the other way. That foul's going to be on Irvin. And timeout for the Cougars. 3:35 to go, 69-62, Lynx by 7. We'll be back in 60. Cougars picking up full court. In their customary 2-3 zone now. Cougars extending their pressure. Right on the baseline. Puts up a 6-footer. Stite with the rebound. Has it knocked away. Stoddard on the run. Goes to the basket. Puts it up. And is bailed out. I don't like that call very well. Favors the Cougs. But Stoddard really didn't have any sense of going into the basket. 14th foul on the Lynx. Fouls on Dawson Heinz. Stoddard misses the first. Second shot is up and it back rims as well. So a good chance for the Cougars to creep back. Goes by the wayside, still trailing by 7. 2:56 to go. Bama slides it low to right, knocked away by Greenland. Here's Stacy on the run. And a technical foul has been called on Tim Zylstra. An interesting time to call that. Cougars were in transition, could have gotten a lay-in. But instead, it's going to be a technical foul. And
technical free throw, number 23, Caleb Greenland.
Greenland's going to go to the line, shooting 2. First is up and it's in. Now those 2 free throws by Stoddard really hurt. It could have been back to, if he had made them both, could have been back to a 2-point game. Instead, it's a 4-point game with Cougars in possession. 5-point game with Cougars in possession. 2:48 to go. Stoddard slipped back door, and he puts it up, and he is fouled by Dykstra. That's his 3rd foul. Dykstra can't believe it. Of course, that's his 3rd foul. He hasn't believed any of them yet. And the first is up, and it's good. Tim Zylstra was standing and shouting, and after a technical foul, you're in the seatbelt rule. You have to stay seated, and all 3 referees have given him that warning to stay seated. And if he gets another technical foul, he'll be ejected from this contest, won't be able to coach the next one. Air ball by Stoddard. So 4-point lead, and now that's the foul and the ejection by the referees. Tim Zylstra's out of the game. He'd been warned repeatedly by the officials to stay seated. If that's a technical foul, that's a very cheap one because it looked like he was just standing up to call a play. But again, he'd been warned by both the officials, that he could not stand up, and he did it anyway. And he is leaving. A huge turn of events here. Cougars down by 7. Stoddard misses 2 free throws. Technical foul called on the Linden Christian coach. Greenland makes the 2. Stoddard then gets 1 free throw. Very angry by the coach. He's warned to sit down during Stoddard's free throws. Then he stands up on the very next play, and he's a technical foul, and now it's 69-67. Cougars haven't scored a layup, have not scored a field goal, and they're shooting for a tie. Stacy to the basket, he lays it up and in, and 2:30 left to go in the game. We are tied. Inside to right, he turns and lays it in. And Linden Christian calls a 30-second timeout. 2:11 on the clock. 71-69. Linden Christian leads, and we're going to be back in 25. Cougars trailing by 2, 71-69. I do feel bad for Tim Zylstra, but I have been there before. And when you have 3 referees telling you that you have to stay seated and you get up, you're playing with fire. And that's exactly what he did. Even though he was talking to a player, he wasn't talking to the officials, he was still standing. And both referees that said, this is your warning. You saw them very clearly at the stoppage of play. So I feel bad for him. Was it a little bit cheap technical foul? Maybe so, but these officials have let a lot of stuff go tonight. There's been a lot of physical play, and what they call and what they don't call has been somewhat haphazard, but they have gotten as many calls as they have complained about tonight. Stoddard puts the first one up, and it's second one is up, and it's off the mark. So Cougars trail by 1. I've been coaching, reffing, and live streaming for a long, long time, almost 40 years, and I can't remember the last time I saw a coach removed from a game for a double technical foul like that. I've seen it for complaining, but not for just simply standing. Cougars trail by 3, 1:30 to go. Rucker with the over penetration finds Stoddard. Looking for Greenland. Penetrating, get the ball to Stoddard, going to the basket, rolls it up, it's off the mark, and Stoddard's going to be called for the foul. .111 to go in the game, 73-70. .20 on the shot clock, under a minute to go. Cougars desperately need a stop. Keep this a 1-possession game. Dykstra from the elbow, not there. Steve fighting for the rebound, knocked away by Irvin. Ahead to Irvin, goes to the basket to lay it in. A lot of contact, no call. Steve with the rebound, 40 seconds to go. Good no call by the officials. I think that would have been a bailout, as Irvin really had no sense getting in there. And my feeling is if you get yourself in there, you need to get yourself out of there. Went against a player 6 inches taller. Just a good no call. 1 minute on the timeout, 73-70, 22 seconds on the shot clock, 33 seconds to go in the game. Cougars will get the ball back. The question is, will they be down 3, 4, or 5 or 6 points at that point? Cougars still have to foul twice to get them to the bonus. And the Cougars will be shooting the bonus anytime they're fouled. So if they're down 3, Linden Christian could foul and put the Cougars on the line for 2 shots, prevent them from getting a 3 like they did the other night when Zach Stoddard hit a 3 with under 10 seconds left to go to win the last game we were here live streaming. Linden Christian has 2 timeouts. Lakewood has 1 timeout left. The fouls are 3-2. Lakewood has fouled 3 times. Linden Christian has fouled twice. You really don't want to foul now because that would reset the 30-second clock. 17 to go on the clock. Dykstra dribbling, closely guarded by Stacy. Bauma has it guarded by Rucker. Steed, Dykstra. Dumps to Steed, who dumps it. 14 seconds to go. And Anthony Wiedeker wants the timeout, 9.1 seconds to go in the game. Good patient offense resulting in a dunk by Caden Steed. Full timeout for the Cougars. We'll be back in 55 seconds. Cougar ball inbound on the sidelines. They need to get a quick shot off. They have no timeouts left. So quick shot, foul, and then get a steal, something. The inbounders are very oftentimes open. Greenland's to inbound it. So it could be that they'll get the ball to Stacy. Greenland's got to get a screen and get the ball back for a 3. No, instead, they're going to just have Stacy get it to Rucker in the corner for 3, and it's good. 4 seconds left. 2-1, game over. They don't have to inbound the ball, no timeouts left. So the final score tonight from Lakewood, Linden Christian 75, Linden Christian 73. Laura Leach is on the camera. Melanie Irish monitoring our social media. Baldeep Singh on the backside. I'm Dale Leach saying we'll see you tomorrow night for Unified Basketball, Thursday night for girls basketball, and Saturday night boys basketball against Oak Harbor. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. If you like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. You'll know when the next games are. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and good night.